Hey Z.E.R.T Nation, Chris Scahill coming at you from Surefire. Want to go through some of the older products that are coming from the laser products time frame. And this was really where that Model 7 laser first originally came from. So if you guys remember and are familiar with the original Terminator movie, this was actually one of the AMT hardballers that was first done for mock-up for the movie. So this was the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger had that Model 7 laser on top of. To show that actually with a weapon system, this was our Colt Trooper in 357 Magnum that was originally done. So it has a Model 7 laser, it has the backup iron sights on top, the grip panel was actually done by Packmeyer, and it has the battery rechargeable pack underneath, the cabling runs underneath the grip. And if you also notice, if I close the cylinder up here, the hammer is a case-hardened whale tail. So I'll bring this a little bit closer so you guys can see that. Yes, I know it's cocked. Yes, it is an empty firearm, but just so you can see that whale tail. And the idea was you had to be able to have that rounded so it actually clear the bell on the Model 7 laser. So this was no joke. A large laser over the top of your bore axis. These were sold commercially for a number of years, and this was on the Colt Trooper. Transitioning over into some of the long gun application, here is an M16 with a similar laser. This actually predates the Model 7 laser. It had a rudimentary aftermarket, or actually produced from us, carry handle on top. You still had your traditional A2 sight picture, or actually on this one even an A1 sight picture, And the interesting piece to this was this entire housing was actually battery pack up on the upper receiver. The laser came through the front sight, and kind of a little different, certainly to our standards of today. To fire the laser, the shooter would actually press the first trigger to activate the laser and then be able to press the trigger of the firearm behind that. For a left-handed shooter, it could still be managed, but realizing too that it certainly took an amount of discipline. That way you're getting only the laser when you want the laser and the gun firing when you want it firing. Remembering again, like the date stamp on this product is June 6, 1982. So to put that into perspective, that also predates me. On this weapon system here, this was a Remington 870 that had that Model 7 laser integrated just forward of the 4-shot magazine too. Activation again, the laser cable came back and you had your activation point on the system that could either be a constant or a partial. And then we had our own magazine laser, actually it's a barrel laser clamp that was built into the system. So it fit in the overall, and this was originally done for a law enforcement agency that was looking for a laser sighting solution on a slug gun for their shotguns. Breaking this into the lights section, this is a pistol grip Remington 870 with the Model 7 laser on top. The battery pack is currently removed from this, but this was the original laser products. This was even predating the 618 designation, but as you can see, this light still works on this product. It was the smooth 874N replacing that standard model. The 60 lumen bulb running off two 123As. So if you think about this, here's a very early light laser combo for your shotgun. Even in today's standard, this is quite large. Keep you on that same vein for the visible lights on pistols. We also have an early prototype on this Smith & Wesson Model 19 that was an integrated piece that actually clamped onto the trigger guard, if you can see that. This is a 6-volt system. Again, this was an early turn piece, so this was actually the prototype model before even the original 300 series lights came out. So the original 310 R designations. Seeing that physically on a semi-automatic, this is on a Smith & Wesson Model 5906. So if you have any 5906 fans out there, the old Smith & Wesson semi-autos. This, you have your constant activation by either pressing this straight ahead, or there's also a remote cable option that could either be Velcro or shoe glued onto the grip. And again, this model actually does still work in that 60 lumen output, which before then was actually either using a clamp, tape, or glue adhesive of some kind, trying to put illumination onto a pistol. So there you have it, folks. Rundown on the early inception products of putting lights and lasers on the weapon systems, really starting in the late 1970s and then going to market in the early 1980s, and then keep tuned for the other videos of showing current today usage of visible light as well as visible laser and IR products. Thanks for watching.
ZERT is not just an organization. It's a lifestyle. ZERTnation.com